So I gotta ask to you, the Atlanta 8-Hour Wrestling blog, very famous from 1986.
Joe Pedicino did, yeah.
Did you have a satellite? Did you get to see any of that? You
I
had
got tapes.
I'm sure.
I got tapes.
Yeah,
I got the tapes.
Because that, when I was a little kid, I hated everyone from Atlanta because basically
they could see
I was so
everything.
jealous that they could see all that stuff.
And that's when wrestling was really big on television. You get some indie station, and it was every Saturday night, and it was just that was like a really cool thing. Yeah, you know that FNN Score almost got New Japan. Well, there was a guy who worked there who was like he was actually a roller derby wrestling guy. So he got the Hawaii and the All Japan Women, and they had English language All Japan Women, which was and this was like a little bit past the peak, but I mean as far as the Crush Girls, but it's still the Crush Girls era.
Yeah.
But so that was pretty amazing with Dump Matsumoto and everything. But he was like trying to get New Japan, but they could never get the price to something. But this is like in '85, and I always thought, it's funny now because I always thought that like. In the 80s, that Japanese TV, when they were showing all those main events, when we only got squash matches on TV, I always thought, if this TV ever got here, this would just be so awesome. Yeah. But we were always having to run to the video store and things like that to get it, so never happened.
As a kid, we had a satellite dish, a giant satellite dish. So we would get the OnSat magazine. I think maybe it would have like maybe a month of programming in it, or I don't think it was weekly. But in the back, you would go to sports, and there would be pro wrestling, and then like, oh, I can watch World Class here. I can watch ICW here. I can do. So I did get to see a little bit of that stuff in like 90, 91, 92, but it was always on at weird times at weird channels.
I think we all have an appreciation, and I don't want to be like, oh, those damn kids these days, but like, man, we didn't get to see much, and then when we got it, we valued it so much. It's like, it was like, wow, what a treat, and now everything's just so accessible on YouTube.
So easy.
Everyone sees everything.
Unbelievable.
So you impress me, and it's just so much harder
when
now
somebody
for people to have an appreciation.
online complains about a stream quality.
Oh yeah,
it's
fuck
like
you.
like 18th generation videotape.
Yeah, I'm begging you to watch my 18th generation of Loki and Rick fucking Blaze.
I wish they had the stream in HD. I'm like,
come on.
Like when I grew up, I mean, we had like on the TV we would have like the rabbit ear stuff. So like the Cornette would probably do this better than me, but we did have because he would like live in Louisville, right?
Yeah.
So he would like fix up the rabbit ear so we could get like Indianapolis, but you barely got it. Yeah. But you're just asphyxiated with it. And like we had that like with some of the stuff every now and then we get a station from kind of far away. Mm-hmm. Kind of like as a kid growing up, like did you ever listen to like the out of town like sports games or anything like that on the radio, like late at night?
You'd have to, there'd be like a. Yeah. And you'd have to just like teach yourself to ignore it and then listen to what you were listening to.
Yeah, because I would like listen to Vin Scully do Major League Baseball off of the LA station, but I couldn't do it during the day because it wouldn't carry. Yeah. But at night I could hear it really great. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to watch wrestling that was maybe partially scrambled because when you're on satellite, there's all kinds of stuff and you don't always have the package for all of it. So it's like, oh, okay, I'll watch an hour of this that there's no. It's muted, or like I'll watch it where it's like,
like I would. We didn't have TBS in Shamokin, Pennsylvania. Big surprise there. So like I would feign illness to go to a nearby 30-minute away hospital that carried the station.
Oh my god!
So like I'm begging someone to like, oh man, my kidney's bruised. I gotta watch that Progress show. Like no one's gonna fucking do that these days. But like at the time, I was so desperate to see the Clash that I would just be like, I don't feel so good, Mom. And then we'd get to go to Ashland, and I'd be in the waiting room. Oh, do they have TBS? And then like basically, get to watch. I literally remember watching the Georgia Brawl in '91, where Gigante knocked out Kevin Nash and One Man Gang to win. And I was so happy to.
Then
great.
So when Bob Backlund was defending the title against Don Morocco, because we grew up with Don Morocco in San Francisco, and he was getting a title shot. So MSG Cable, we didn't get MSG Cable, but there were places, and we were trying to find out, like, God, is there any place like within an hour or 2 hours that got MSG Cable? We can at least like check into a hotel. Yeah. And we would like call hotels up and we never did, by the way. Yeah. But it was like, do you get MSG Cable? And it's like, no, we don't get MSG Cable. I was like, oh, God, doesn't anyone get MSG Cable? Because it, because it would be on live.
Yeah, it's the thrill of the hunt. You wanted to see this shit. You were gonna find a way, one way or the other. Whereas now, like again, it's just.
But it's great.
It's awesome. I know. I'm an asshole for saying, oh, how dare you? But like, no, it's them. It's the greatest thing in the world. Accessible now.
Yeah, but it allows. like we were talking before, you make your career as far as making a star is so much shorter because all you have to do is get kind of a buzz and then people will know who you are. It's not like 15 people know who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That all trade tapes and nobody else outside of like your little hometown knows you. It's like, you're like Will Ospreay, right?
Yeah.
It's not like just a few people in England know him and know a few people, who's this guy? It's like you can just click this thing and it's like, there he is.
Yeah.